So we're having a look now at the amplitude, period, range and whatnot of a circular function. So sine and cos are pretty much interchangeable, just if that tan is a little bit different. For a sine graph, what we do, we say that our period at t equals 2 pi over n, and for a tan graph, our period is t equals pi over n. So there are the two differences. Now, your amplitude is a, but it's just whatever number is there. So if it's a -4, then your amplitude is 4. Okay, this k is your midpoint, or your average, I think it's called. So midpoint equals k. In a sine graph, that's where it starts. And basically your amplitude, your range is just k plus a, and then k minus a. Depending on, I should probably be doing k minus a first, but that's generally what we end up with as that. Sorry. So let's say we've got y equals -3 cos of 3x plus 1. So we've got our standard cos graph, which does this. We've got an amplitude of 3, so we're going to go to 3 and -3. But we've got this plus 1, so that pushes it up by 1. So we're going to go like that. So we're up at 4 and down at -2. So our range, 1 plus 3, 1 minus 3. So that's what we've got there. So our range, so what we've got here is -2, and it goes to 4. It's always inclusive. So we've got a range. So this distance, we've got a distance of 6, that's 2 times a. Now, because it's a negative cos graph, then it's going to start here at the bottom. So let's just choose a different colour. And it's going to do this. We're going to start at -4, we're going to go up to 2, we're going to come back down. So that's what we end up with there. So our range is actually -4 to 2, because how it's all set up there. Okay, now we've got to find a period. So t equals 2 pi over 3. So we just say it goes there. One cycle is there at 2 pi over 3. That's what we ended up with there. Tan graph, a little bit different in that that's what we've got there. That's our value there. And a is not the amplitude. We don't have an amplitude to a tan graph because our tan graphs do this. So we don't have an amplitude because the range is all real numbers. Once again, k still moves it up if it's positive, down if it's negative, and that's still our midpoint, just like it is here. And a is a dilation from the x-axis, but it does not give us an amplitude. So there you have your circular functions. So just to recap, the period 2 pi over n, so the coefficient of x is. Amplitude is the absolute value of a. The midpoint is k, and then the range is based on k and a, like what we've seen here. If a is negative though, it reflects it in the x-axis, and if this had been negative, it reflects it in the y-axis. For a tan graph, a little bit different. Tan graph a little bit different. It's not 2 pi over n, it's just pi over n for your period, and then your plus k minus k shifts it up and down, and a, like I said, is not an amplitude, it's a dilation from x. And of course, if it's negative, it would be flipped like this. And here we've got circular function graph.